Beloved chosen one, heaven interrupts your scroll. The noise of the world fades for a moment because the Spirit has something to say to you. This is not random. This is divine interception. Every delay was orchestrated so your eyes could meet these words. You have been walking through shadows, wondering if heaven still sees you. But listen closely. Heaven has paused everything to deliver this message straight into your spirit. You are not like the rest. You were never designed to blend in. That's why the enemy fought you harder than others. Every betrayal, every rejection, every silent tear was part of a strategy to break you before you awakened. But you survived. You are still standing. That is proof that the hand of God never left you. They tried to destroy you not because of who you were, but because of what you carry. There is an oil on your life that terrifies darkness. The enemy recognized your assignment before you did. You were marked early. Chosen one, set apart long before the world knew your name. You've asked, why me? Why the isolation? Why the pain? Why the constant resistance? The truth is this: your pain is not punishment, it is proof of purpose. Every closed door was divine redirection. Every delay was preservation. Heaven was not denying you. Heaven was protecting the anointing that would one day shake nations through you. There were moments you wanted to quit. Moments you screamed at the silence of heaven. But even in your weakest hour, God whispered, "You are not forgotten." Angels stood guard when you thought no one cared. Heaven recorded every tear. And now, the same heaven that watched your suffering has issued a decree. Judgment is coming not to destroy you, but to vindicate you. As Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 26, "There is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known." This is that moment. What was hidden in darkness will be revealed in light. Every word spoken against you will be brought to account. Every lie, every deception, God saw it all. And heaven is no longer silent. The same God who allowed the storm will command it to cease. The same valley that tried to bury you will become your testimony ground. You are walking out of this chapter with clarity and holy fire. The enemy's greatest mistake was letting you survive the attack. Because now you are unbreakable. You were chosen for such a time as this. Every prayer you prayed in private is about to manifest in public. This is not the end, it's the beginning of divine reversal. What was meant to break you will be remembered as the moment you discovered who you truly are. Do not look back with regret. Look forward with expectancy. Heaven is about to open doors no man can shut. What you lost will return multiplied. You are stepping into a new realm of authority. This is your awakening. Now, before you scroll away, take a moment like this message. Share it with another soul who needs to remember they are chosen too. And subscribe to stay connected to this flow of revelation. Finally, comment the number 777 below. That number represents divine completion and heavenly alignment. When you type it, you're not just reacting, you're declaring God's plan for me is unfolding now. This is not coincidence. Chosen one. This is divine intervention. Heaven has spoken, your vindication begins now. Chosen one. There has always been a hidden war surrounding your light. You felt it. Even when you couldn't explain it, the sudden heaviness in peaceful moments, the strange resistance when you tried to rise, the betrayal that came from hands you once trusted. None of it was random. Darkness saw your potential before you did. The forces that once celebrated your failure understood what heaven had placed inside you, and they feared what would happen if you ever realized who you truly are. Every time you decided to love instead of hate, you were waging war. Every moment you chose forgiveness when bitterness seemed easier. You shattered unseen chains. You thought it was weakness, but it was warfare. The unseen realm trembled each time you refused to give up. You see, the attacks were never about your personality, they were about your purpose. You are a carrier of light in a generation that has grown comfortable in shadows. The enemy's greatest weapon against the chosen is deception, convincing them that their suffering means abandonment. But you were never abandoned, you were fortified. The fire you passed through burned away what could not go with you into the next season. You've wondered why people you helped turned against you, why your kindness was repaid with cruelty, why the ones you covered in prayer became the ones who tried to expose your weakness. The answer is simple, but heavy light exposes motives. Your presence unsettled the darkness in them. When your spirit entered the room, their hidden intentions were revealed even to themselves. That discomfort made them lash out, not realizing they were striking at God's anointed. The Word of God declares in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." This is the truth behind the chaos you've endured. People were only vessels. The real opposition came from spiritual forces, terrified of what would happen when you stepped fully into obedience. That's why your mind was attacked, your peace disrupted, your confidence shattered. But what the enemy didn't realize is that every attack only made you stronger. Every blow sharpened your discernment, teaching you to recognize manipulation dressed as love. Chosen one, you have walked through seasons where the pain felt personal, but it was prophetic. Heaven allowed you to taste betrayal so you would never mistake imitation for loyalty. You learned to hear God's voice in the silence, to trust His timing when everything seemed delayed, and to believe His word when the evidence said otherwise. Those lessons were not punishment, they were preparation. Now, your spirit carries a sensitivity few possess. You can walk into a place and sense the unseen atmosphere. That's not paranoia, that's divine perception. God has equipped you to discern where His presence is welcome and where it is resisted. You are not fragile, you are refined. The war that surrounded you was proof that you matter in the Spirit. The greater the calling, the greater the conflict. But take heart. Chosen one, the war was never meant to destroy you, only to reveal the warrior inside you. Your scars are now your armor. Your tears have become oil. The same fire that once burned you now burns through you, lighting the path for others who are still trapped in darkness. You are becoming the very answer someone has been praying for. From the very beginning, chosen one, you were marked. Before you could even speak your name, heaven had already written your assignment. That's why your childhood felt different. You sensed things others ignored. You carried empathy that made you weep when others laughed. You saw injustice and felt fire rise within you to make it right. Even then, the enemy recognized that mark and moved quickly to distort your identity before you could grow into it. He whispered lies through pain, telling you that you were unworthy, that you didn't belong, that love always leaves. But every wound you endured was meant to birth revelation. You didn't just survive, you were being shaped. The loneliness that surrounded you was not rejection, it was preservation. Heaven hid you while others were being celebrated so your roots could grow deep enough to carry the weight of your destiny. There were moments when you thought, maybe I'm cursed. You weren't cursed, you were chosen. The world misunderstood your difference because it was divinely designed. You've always walked a road few could follow. And though that road has been narrow and painful, it is leading to purpose. You've been the outcast, the misunderstood one, the black sheep in rooms where you only tried to love. But even in that, God was teaching you that approval from men could never compare to the anointing from heaven. As the prophet Jeremiah recorded in his first chapter, verse 5, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. You were known before time, seen before birth, chosen before your first breath. That's why you could never fit into places that lacked purpose. The divine fingerprint on your soul refused to conform. Every time you tried to shrink to make others comfortable, something inside you rebelled. That was destiny pushing back against limitation. And though you've carried the pain of misunderstanding, that pain has become the evidence of your call. God does not mark the ordinary. The warfare around your life proves the magnitude of your mission. Every attack was confirmation, not condemnation. The more you were opposed, the more heaven confirmed that you were on the right path. Chosen one, your tears were not wasted. They watered the soil where your purpose now grows. Heaven has seen it all, the betrayal, the heartbreak, the nights you begged for peace, and heaven is responding. There's a shift happening around you, quiet but certain. The same rejection that broke your heart will become the very platform that lifts you. The same people who doubted you will witness your restoration and know that God's hand was on you the entire time. You are entering a season where everything that once confused you will start to make sense. You will understand why certain doors stayed closed, why certain friendships ended, why you couldn't fit where others did. It wasn't punishment, it was positioning. Heaven has been preparing you, not for comfort, but for calling. And now, as a prophetic act of agreement, I want you to comment the phrase, "I'm still here." Do it not as a reaction, but as a declaration. Every word of that phrase carries power because you shouldn't have survived the things you've endured. Yet you did. You are still standing, still breathing, still believing. When you type those words, you're declaring to the world and to the unseen realm, the darkness tried to erase me, but I remain. You were marked early, chosen one, but that mark is your crown. You are proof that what God ordains, no man can destroy. There came a time, chosen one, when heaven went silent. You prayed and heard nothing. You fasted and felt nothing. You opened your Bible searching for a word, but the pages felt heavy and dry. You looked to the sky and asked, "Where are you?" And the heavens seemed like brass. Yet even in that silence, God was working. You thought his absence meant abandonment, but in truth, his silence was a strategy. When heaven goes quiet, it is not because God has withdrawn, it is because he is building something too sacred to reveal prematurely. The silence was your classroom. It was the divine pause between the promise and its manifestation. You weren't being punished, you were being prepared. Silence sharpens the spirit. It forces you to listen beyond noise. to distinguish between God's voice and your own fears. In the stillness, you learned what sermons could never teach, that faith is not built in noise, but in the void. It was in those nights of unanswered prayers that your roots went deep, anchoring you in a faith that circumstances could no longer shake. You see, if God had answered you too quickly, your faith would have remained shallow, but He loved you too much to let that happen. So, He hid His face not to hurt you, but to strengthen you. He allowed certain doors to stay closed, not because you were unworthy, but because premature blessings can destroy an unready heart. The silence was His mercy in disguise. There were moments you thought the enemy was winning, but even then, heaven was setting the stage. God's quiet seasons are never empty. They are filled with divine construction. Angels were working behind the scenes, aligning circumstances and people for your appointed time. The silence was simply heaven's loading screen. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 7, saying, "For a brief moment I abandoned you, but with deep compassion I will bring you back." Those words are not just ancient poetry, they are your story. God's brief withdrawal was only to pull you closer later. His compassion has never failed. His promises have never expired. When heaven goes quiet, it is because the next chapter is being written in invisible ink. Chosen one, look back now and you'll see it, how every unanswered prayer protected you, how every closed door redirected you, how every lonely night birthed a deeper anointing. What felt like a burial was actually a planting. You were never in a grave, you were in the soil. And what is buried with tears will rise in power. The silence taught you to depend on God, not on outcomes. It stripped away your need for validation, your dependence on signs, and your fear of stillness. That silence turned you into a vessel heaven could trust. And though you did not understand it then, you were being fortified for what's coming. The same silence that once broke you will soon prove to be your greatest foundation. Because now, when God speaks, you will know His voice without question. The season of silence was not wasted. Chosen one, it was sacred. Every moment heaven seemed distant. Heaven was closer than ever. The stillness was your preparation for the roar that's about to follow. And when that roar comes, it will shake everything that once silenced you. The same voice that called light out of darkness is about to call your purpose into visibility. What was once quiet will now thunder with glory. And the world will finally see what heaven has been shaping in secret. The gathering of accusers has been loud around your life. Chosen one. Their words circled like vultures, waiting for weakness. They whispered in shadows, twisting truth, trying to stain your name with lies. You didn't know that their meeting places were altars of accusation, where envy and fear joined hands against the light you carried. Yet, heaven has seen it all. And now, the judge of all creation is standing. You have been falsely blamed, misrepresented, and betrayed by the very ones you once prayed for. You spoke gently, but they used your words as weapons. You extended grace, and they mistook it for weakness. But remember, this falsehood always shouts before truth speaks. And when truth finally rises, every lie collapses under its weight. There was a time when you wanted to defend yourself, to prove your purity, to fight for your reputation, but the Spirit restrained you. God said, "Be still." He told you not to answer, not to explain, not to lower yourself to the level of those who sought to wound you. The silence that followed wasn't defeat, it was divine dignity. Now, heaven is responding. What you could not say, heaven will announce. The scales of justice are being balanced. Your name, once dragged through dust, will shine like gold refined by fire. You will watch as everything spoken in secret begins to crumble under the weight of divine truth. Those who mocked you will tremble when they realize whom they were mocking. According to what is revealed in the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 6, He will make your righteous reward shine like the dawn, your vindication like the noonday sun. That moment is coming. Chosen one, you don't need to chase it. Just keep walking in integrity. The very darkness that tried to swallow your story will be forced to light it. God Himself is about to make your truth undeniable. And when that vindication arrives, do not gloat. Remember, your purity was not meant to prove superiority. It was meant to display grace. You endured betrayal, not so you could rise above others, but so you could rise closer to heaven. Let mercy crown your victory. Let compassion be your language. Every accusation has only built the platform for your testimony. You were never fighting for reputation. You were being refined for revelation. The world accused, but heaven anointed. The enemy slandered, but God sanctified. You have been tried in the fire, and now the gold of your character gleams. When the truth finally shines, it won't just clear your name, it will glorify the one who sustained you through the storm. The words that once wounded will become proof that you survived what was meant to destroy you. And when that light rises, take a quiet moment. Let gratitude be your offering. Whisper a thank you into the wind for every shadow that proved the strength of your flame. Then, if your spirit feels the nudge, touch the heart beneath this message as one would lift a lantern in the night. Let your gesture become a silent act of agreement. Share the light onward so another soul may find their dawn. And if it feels right, remain close, subscribe to this current of grace. As a traveler stays near the warmth of a fire that once saved them, you owe no performance, no persuasion, just truth, presence, and peace. And heaven will take care of the rest. Chosen one. The air feels heavy tonight because the scales of heaven are shifting. There is movement in the unseen, slow but unstoppable, like the tide pulling against the shore. For a long time, you've lived in imbalance. People took without giving, lied without consequence, wounded without remorse. You wondered if justice still existed, if God had gone quiet on your behalf. But now, the silence breaks. Heaven has begun to measure again. The things that were stolen from you, time, peace, dignity, have not vanished. They have been placed in storage rooms of divine remembrance. Every injustice carries a spiritual weight, and heaven never forgets the weight of pain endured in righteousness. You held your peace while others mocked you. You chose love when you had every right to hate. The world called it weakness, but heaven called it evidence. As it is written in the book of Zechariah, chapter 9, verse 12, "Return to your stronghold, you prisoners of hope. Today I declare that I will restore to you double. Double. Not just what you lost, but what was promised beyond loss. The Lord does not repay equally, He repays abundantly. The same measure that pressed you down will now press blessings into your hands. The same mouths that spoke against you will speak in wonder when the divine reversal unfolds before their eyes. Chosen one, you have lived under imbalance for too long, but divine justice does not forget. You may not hear thunder or see fire from heaven, but you will feel the shift in the atmosphere. The unease in your spirit will quiet. The invisible tension will lift. What was once crooked is being straightened by unseen hands. It's not revenge, it's restoration. God is not returning harm for harm, He is returning wholeness for loss. There is a difference. You do not rise to destroy your enemies, you rise to prove that destruction could not hold you. Heaven's justice is poetic measured, merciful, and undeniable. The tables are turning gently but firmly. You will see apologies you never expected. You will feel doors open that once slammed in your face. You will sense freedom where fear used to breathe down your neck. That is not coincidence, it is compensation. And when this shift becomes visible, pause before you celebrate. Remember that justice is not vengeance, it is healing, written in God's handwriting. When the scales tip in your favor, lift your eyes instead of your fists. Thank the one who defended you when you had no defense. If your heart feels that stirring, the quiet recognition that this message mirrors your season, then as an act of silent agreement, comment the number 1111 below. That number is a sign of divine alignment. The moment when heaven's order meets earthly timing. When you write it, let it mean, I trust the balance. I know heaven is setting things right. You've waited long enough. Chosen one, the scales are tipping, and this time, they will not return to their old imbalance. What once bent against you now bends in your favor. Heaven has moved, justice has begun. When you type 1111, you are not entering numbers, you are aligning gates. 4 pillars, 4 winds, 4 corners of heaven moving into harmony. It means, heaven, I'm ready. Align me with divine order. Every digit is a declaration. 1111 whispers to the unseen. Let balance be restored. Let timing be perfected. Let heaven's design find me. It's not a code, it's a covenant between your faith and God's promise. Chosen one, before the light breaks fully, there must always be a hidden season, the preparation that no one applauds, the waiting that no one understands. Heaven never sends a warrior into battle without first training the spirit in silence. Your hidden years were not punishment, they were a divine apprenticeship. While others were being celebrated publicly, you were being shaped privately. The applause that skipped your name was not rejection, it was protection. The divine potter kept you on his wheel, spinning, pressing, molding, and sometimes breaking what was not yet ready to hold glory. That pressure was not cruelty, it was craftsmanship. Every sleepless night was a forge. Every unanswered question was a chisel. Every heartbreak became a classroom where you learned the difference between calling and comfort. The oil that now rests on you was extracted through pain. It could not have come any other way, as was spoken in the sacred texts of old. In the book of James, chapter 1, verse 12, blessed is the one who perseveres under trial because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. You, chosen one, have stood the test. You thought the fire was designed to consume you, but it was only meant to confirm you. Every disappointment carved humility into your heart. Every delay taught you to trust divine timing over human urgency. You were not waiting on God. God was waiting on you to become the vessel He could trust with destiny. Think back to the seasons of obscurity, the places where no one clapped for you, where your name was forgotten, where your efforts were unseen. You learned there what public moments could never teach, that faith without recognition is still power. Heaven was never interested in how loud your name could echo, but how deeply your roots could grow. While you were hidden, heaven was fortifying you. The isolation that felt like exile was actually insulation. You were being shielded from counterfeit blessings, premature exposure, and people who would have diluted your purpose. You were not buried, you were planted. The soil was dark, yes, but it was rich with nutrients only found in stillness. Chosen one, the hidden years taught you what applause cannot sustain character. It taught you to find peace without validation, strength without applause, and identity without titles. That kind of stability is the foundation of true authority. The world measures success by visibility. Heaven measures it by endurance. And now, you can sense it, the faint stirring under your feet, the tremor of change, the gentle wind that signals transition. The soil that once held you down now begins to release you. You are rising, not because of effort, but because the season demands your emergence. What once felt like a delay was divine timing arranging itself around your obedience. You had to stay hidden until your heart could hold the weight of glory without collapsing under it. Now, that time is drawing to an end. When you step out from the shadows, remember this: you carry the fragrance of everything you've survived. Do not despise the years of preparation, they are your crown in disguise. You are proof that silence can be sacred, and obscurity can be holy. The hidden season was never wasted. It was heaven's way of building an unshakable foundation beneath your calling. And when the doors open fully, the world will see only your strength, but you will know the story of your shaping. Chosen one, the hour of unveiling has come. Heaven is parting the veil that once concealed truth. What was hidden in shadows is rising into the light, not to shame, but to reveal. This is the season of divine exposure, where God Himself steps into the story you thought was forgotten. You will notice it first in the quiet secrets surfacing through whispers, lies collapsing under their own weight, masks falling from faces you once trusted. It will not come through your effort. Truth does not need assistance to stand. Like the dawn breaking over night's last breath, it simply appears, unstoppable and undeniable. For years, you were surrounded by pretenders, smiles that disguised envy, compliments that carried poison, hands that blessed you in public but built traps in private. You sensed it but couldn't prove it. You asked God, "Why show me if I cannot speak?" And heaven answered, "Because discernment without timing is danger." Now, that timing has come. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms. Chapter 37, verse 34, "Wait for the Lord and keep His way, and He will exalt you to inherit the land. When the wicked are destroyed, you will see it. You will see it." Chosen one, not because you desired revenge, but because heaven desires clarity. Exposure is not about humiliation, it is about liberation. God is not uncovering sin to embarrass people, but to free you from the weight of deception that tried to hold your destiny hostage. The truth that emerges will not only justify you, it will instruct others. The same mouths that spoke lies will be silenced by evidence they cannot deny. The same hearts that doubted you will tremble in awe when they realize heaven was writing your defense all along. You will not need to speak. Your peace will become your proof. God Himself is your witness, and His testimony cannot be silenced. The spotlight of heaven will reveal not just who betrayed you, but who protected you in silence, who prayed for you without your knowing. Exposure is always two-sided. It uncovers both corruption and loyalty. And when the truth stands clear, you will understand why God kept you quiet through your pain. He wasn't ignoring you. He was preserving the dignity of your elevation. Vindication is most powerful when it arrives without bitterness. This unveiling may surprise you. It may even hurt to watch. But remember, light is not cruel. It simply refuses to cooperate with lies. The ones who once gloated over your suffering will now face their reflection in the mirror of consequence, not because you wished for it, but because righteousness cannot remain buried forever. When the truth stands tall, do not turn your heart toward vengeance. Let compassion remain your crown. Those who wronged you will need the same mercy you once begged for. Be gentle, even in victory. For nothing proves strength more than kindness at the height of vindication. Chosen one, stand still in this exposure. Do not panic when shadows tremble. You were born for this moment of unveiling. Let the light do what it was sent to do: reveal, restore, and release. You are not the one being exposed. You are the one being revealed. The difference is divine. And when it is done, when all that was false has fallen away, you will stand radiant, unshaken, and free. What once hid behind lies will bow to the brilliance of your truth. This is not chaos, it is cleansing. The divine exposure has begun, and it will leave only truth standing. Chosen one, heaven's courtroom has opened. The judge of all creation sits enthroned, and your name echoes through eternity, not as an accusation, but as a testimony. The very realms that once mocked your silence now stand still as heaven reviews your case. The angels who watched your tears have taken the witness stand. Justice is not delayed, it is being declared. You were never fighting alone. Every sigh, every prayer, every whispered plea was recorded as evidence. The pain you carried in secret is now being weighed on the scales of divine justice. What was meant to destroy you has become the proof of your endurance. And the court of heaven does not lose records, it redeems them. The ancient words recorded in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 10, describe this very moment. The court was seated, and the books were opened. Now those books are being opened for you. The details of your suffering, the weight of your obedience, the sincerity of your forgiveness, they are all before the judge. Nothing has been overlooked. You stand not as the accused, but as the chosen, cleared, covered, and crowned. Do not imagine this courtroom as cold or distant. It is radiant with mercy. The advocate, Christ Himself, stands beside you, His hands still bearing the scars that secured your freedom. Every accusation raised against you is met with His voice, paid in full. The enemy trembles because he knows there is no appeal against the blood that covers you. Chosen one, this is the mystery of grace, where guilt is erased not by denial, but by redemption. You are not being defended because you are flawless. You are being vindicated because you are forgiven. Heaven's verdict is not just not guilty, it is set apart. And as the gavel falls, there will be a shift in your spirit. You will sense release, like chains loosening from your chest. The heaviness you've carried will dissolve into peace that cannot be explained. This is what divine justice feels like, not revenge, but relief. Every spiritual force that accused you must now retreat. The power of condemnation loses its voice in the presence of the Redeemer. The same heaven that watched your suffering now rises to applaud your faith. You have passed through the fire, and your record is clean. Chosen one, lift your head. You no longer stand under judgment, you stand under grace. The enemy's access to your past has been revoked. The case is closed, and the seal of victory bears your name. And now, as a prophetic act of agreement, I invite you to comment, "Case closed." These two words are not casual, they are a declaration. When you type them, you are testifying that the accusations no longer hold power, that heaven's ruling is final. You are writing your victory into the atmosphere, proclaiming, "The verdict of grace is mine." Let the world say what it will. Let the accusers whisper if they must. Heaven has spoken, and when heaven speaks, every other voice falls silent. The courtroom is adjourned. And you, chosen one, walk free into destiny. When you write "Case closed," you are not ending a sentence, you are sealing a chapter. It means you release the past, surrender the pain, and let heaven's verdict stand. No appeal, no returning to what God has already resolved in grace. Each word is a lock on the door of yesterday. Case closed declares to every accusing spirit, the record is cleared, the burden lifted, the matter settled. It's your signature of freedom, the divine confirmation that your story now belongs to redemption, not regret. Chosen one, there is a moment in every story when everything that was cursed begins to reverse. That moment is now. The ashes of what was lost are stirring. The ground that once rejected you is breathing again, and heaven's wind is whispering resurrection over your name. What they meant for evil, God is weaving into something beautiful. The curses spoken in envy are turning into soil for your blessings. The stones thrown at you are becoming the foundation of your new beginning. The tears that once blurred your vision are now watering the seeds of divine restoration. Heaven has a strange way of rewriting pain. It never ignores what you've endured, it transforms it. The hands that once wounded you unknowingly helped to shape your wings. You thought you were being buried, but you were only being planted. Now, roots have become wings, and your breaking has become your becoming, as was declared through the prophet Isaiah. Chapter 61, verse 3. To all who mourn in Zion, he will give a crown of beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, and a garment of praise for the spirit of despair. You, chosen one, are standing in the fulfillment of that promise. The curse has reversed its direction. Every word spoken against your name now travels back to its sender, stripped of venom and carrying only truth. Every loss is finding its way home with interest. The very ground that bore witness to your humiliation will now witness your elevation. God is not just restoring you to where you were. He is reintroducing you as who you were meant to be. The former, you would not have survived this destiny. The pain was the bridge between your old strength and your new authority. The reversal is not simply about getting back what was taken. It's about becoming the version of yourself that can hold it. Chosen one. Think of it this way. You were clay in the potter's hands, cracked but not discarded. The fire that once frightened you was the very tool that sealed your strength. Gold does not resist the flame, it welcomes it, knowing that only heat reveals its purity. You are that gold now, gleaming where you once broke. And as this reversal unfolds, you will notice the world shifting toward you. Opportunities will rise like morning light, not because you chase them, but because destiny recognizes your glow. People will be drawn to your peace without understanding its price. The fragrance of survival carries a power words cannot explain. Now, when you look back, you will not see curses, you will see catalysts. You will realize that every betrayal was a push toward purpose. Every heartbreak, a hollowing that made room for greater love. What was once your pain has become your prophecy. And when this truth lands in your heart, when you feel that quiet gratitude rising, like dawn after a long storm pause, take a breath, not as an instruction, but as an invitation. If it feels right in your spirit, touch the heart below, as one would touch a candle flame in reverence, not ownership. Share this message as if releasing light into another soul's dark night. And if something deep in you wants to remain near the source of that light, subscribe not as an obligation, but as a journey back to warmth whenever your spirit needs to remember. You owe no explanation for your comeback. You are the living proof that grace reverses everything it touches. What once cursed you now carries your blessing. This is the divine reversal, the moment heaven rewrites the ending. Chosen one, rise. The ashes that clung to your skin no longer define you. The voice that once whispered defeat has gone silent, drowned beneath the echo of resurrection in your spirit. You are no longer surviving, you are standing. You are no longer broken, you are becoming whole. The night that once swallowed you has lifted its veil, and a strange new light covers your path. You can feel it, the breath of God moving through your lungs, reminding you that the same power that raised Jesus from the grave is pulsing through your veins. Every scar on your soul is now an inscription of victory. Every wound, a doorway for glory to enter. As it is written in the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 8, do not gloat over me, my enemy, though I have fallen. I will rise. Though I sit in darkness, the Lord will be my light. You are that declaration embodied. The darkness thought it had you, but it only buried a seed. And now, that seed has cracked open under pressure, reaching upward for the sunlight it was promised. The soil of pain has become the womb of your renewal. Your rising is not dramatic, it is deliberate. You are learning to walk again, not as who you were, but as who you were always meant to be. Your voice carries the weight of storms survived. Your eyes hold the quiet knowing of one who has seen both death and dawn. You no longer run from the dark, you carry light into it. The enemy will not understand this version of you. The one who feared their words no longer exists. The one who doubted God's timing has vanished into faith. You are no longer responding to pain from the place of wounds, but from wisdom. Pain once made you bleed. Now it makes you burn with purpose, with clarity, with power. Rising does not mean forgetting what was lost. It means transforming loss into legacy. You carry the memory of your tears, but they no longer sting. They have turned into rivers of empathy, flowing toward those still trapped in their storms. You've become what you once needed, a voice of hope, a sign that resurrection is not theory, it's testimony. Chosen one. Notice how peace feels different now. It's not fragile anymore. It no longer depends on circumstance or validation. It sits deep in your bones, unshaken by storms or silence. That peace is evidence that the resurrection has already begun within you. You may not see every promise fulfilled yet, but look at how your heart responds. Now you no longer panic at delay. You understand that divine timing never fails, only unfolds. You have seen too much grace to doubt again. Your light now terrifies darkness because it has learned to burn quietly. You are no longer a flickering flame, you are a steady fire. Your endurance is your sermon, your survival, your praise. Chosen one, rise gently, not in pride, but in reverence. For what you carry now is sacred. You are not merely walking out of ashes, you are walking into assignment. You were never meant to stay buried in sorrow. The same power that lifted you will use you to lift others. This is your rising, not sudden, not loud, but holy, inevitable, and unstoppable. And as you rise, remember, every sunrise begins in silence. Let gratitude guide your steps. Walk softly, carrying light like a lantern through the night, knowing that your rising is not for display, but for deliverance, yours and those still in shadow. Chosen one, the hour of reckoning has come. The patience of heaven has reached its holy boundary, and the time of quiet endurance has turned into divine response. The same mercy that once covered your enemies now steps aside, allowing justice to take its full breath. The season of tolerating mockery is ending, and the voice of heaven is beginning to thunder through consequence. You asked for peace, not vengeance, and God heard the tone of your heart. That is why the judgment arriving will not taste of bitterness, but of balance. This is not wrath, it is restoration. This is not destruction, it is divine correction. Heaven is setting the record straight. As was spoken in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 17, God will bring into judgment both the righteous and the wicked, for there will be a time for every activity, a time to judge every deed. That time is now, not in rage, but in righteousness. You will see it unfold quietly, like dawn overtaking night. Those who built their power on deceit will find their towers trembling. Those who mocked your prayers will hear their own words return as echoes of conviction. You won't need to lift a sword, the truth itself will fight for you. Chosen one, this is the turning of divine tides. The scales are not falling on you, they are falling around you. The shaking you feel is not meant to harm. It's heaven rearranging the ground beneath your feet so you can finally stand without fear. Do not mistake compassion for compromise. You can grieve for those facing consequence and still refuse to carry what was never yours to bear. Judgment is not cruelty, it's clarity. It reveals what was hidden and reorders what was twisted. You prayed for peace. And this is how peace begins, with truth reclaiming its place. The same wind that carries judgment also carries mercy. Even now, heaven extends a final chance for repentance, but for those who harden their hearts, the season of grace will close. You are not to gloat. Chosen one, you are to stand in reverent silence and let God be God. You will soon see the separation, the pure from the proud, the faithful from the false. The ones who mocked humility will bow to it. The ones who lied will be silenced by the truth, not by your hand, but by divine order setting the world right again. And if something within you knows this word is true, if you feel that tremor in your chest as heaven's justice awakens, then, as a quiet act of faith, Comment the number 808 below. It is the number of new beginnings through completion. The moment when cycles close and something holy begins again. When you write 808, let it mean, I trust the ending. I trust the renewal. I release the need to see revenge. I welcome divine resolution. Because, for those chosen by God, judgment is never a death sentence. It is the breaking of chains. The shaking is not your ruin. It is your release. When you type 808, you're not sending digits, you're sounding a bell in the unseen. Each circle of 8 folds, endings into beginnings. Whispering, I surrender the battle. Let heaven rewrite the outcome. It is a symbol of sacred rhythm, completion giving birth to renewal. 808 means you accept divine closure without bitterness, trusting that every finished chapter holds the seed of a better dawn. So, as you write 808, see it as planting 3 circles of light, one for what ended, one for what is healing, and one for what is about to bloom. Chosen one. The silence of heaven has turned into the sound of footsteps, justice walking through the earth, restoration echoing behind it. The time of concealment is over. The story that once twisted your name into a weapon is being rewritten before the eyes of those who doubted you. This is the season of vindication in broad daylight. Vindication is not loud. It moves like sunrise, steady, unstoppable, filling every shadow until darkness has nowhere left to hide. It does not demand attention, it earns it. You will not need to shout your innocence or prove your worth. Heaven has already prepared the stage where your truth will speak for itself. There were years when you lived under the fog of misunderstanding. You tried to explain, to justify, to reason with hearts too blind to see. You carried the weight of false narratives until your shoulders ached. Yet even then, heaven whispered, "Be still. Let me handle what your hands cannot hold." And now, those whispered promises are unfolding in real time. According to what is revealed in the book of Isaiah, chapter 62, verse 2, the nations will see your vindication, and all kings your glory. You will be called by a new name that the mouth of the Lord will bestow. Your new name is not just a word, it is a witness. It carries the scent of endurance, the sound of faith, the evidence of fire survived. You are not who you were when the accusations began. You are stronger, wiser, purified by silence and sorrow. Heaven has refined your reputation until it shines with truth. Those who mocked you will see it and tremble, not because you seek revenge, but because they will finally recognize the hand of God. The same mouths that whispered against you will now whisper in awe. Surely, the Lord was with them. Vindication is not about humiliation, it is revelation. It reveals who was truly walking with God all along. Chosen one. Do not rush this moment. Vindication unfolds with precision. God is aligning hearts, timing, and circumstances so that when the truth rises, no one can deny it. He is not only restoring your name, he is restoring the credibility of your calling. The places that rejected you will soon send for you. The same tables that once excluded you will now make room for your voice. And when this happens, remember humility. Do not meet arrogance with arrogance or pride with pride. Let your composure be your crown. True vindication does not need to gloat, it simply shines. Those who once turned away will return, not for apology alone, but to witness the grace that carried you through. You will know this season by its peace. There will be no need to explain, no craving to prove. The very atmosphere around you will testify. Opportunities will reappear as if drawn by gravity to your obedience. Doors that were slammed shut will open of their own accord. Chosen one, your vindication will not arrive in whispers, it will be displayed in daylight. God will make sure it is seen, not to glorify you, but to glorify the endurance He planted within you. And those who see it will know that heaven defends its own. So, walk quietly but boldly into this new chapter. The fog is lifting, the lies are dissolving, and the truth is rising like the morning sun. Vindication has found your name, and it shines brighter than revenge ever could. Chosen one, the long road of refinement has brought you to the moment of crowning, not the kind made of gold or jewels, but one woven from endurance, humility, and fire-tested faith. You stand at the summit of everything you once thought would destroy you, and heaven is placing glory upon your head, not as reward for perfection, but as acknowledgement of perseverance. There was a time when you doubted whether this day would come. You walked through valleys of humiliation, seasons of obscurity, and deserts of delay. You watched others rise while you remained hidden, wondering if heaven had forgotten your name. But every quiet year was a thread in the crown being forged for you. You were not being ignored, you were being prepared for visibility that would not break you. As the Apostle Paul wrote in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 4, verse 8, "Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day, and not only to me, but also to all who have longed for his appearing." That crown, chosen one, is not a symbol of superiority, it is a seal of survival. It represents every moment you chose faith over fear, integrity over convenience, silence over retaliation. The crown is the visible expression of invisible victories. You earned it not by fighting for power, but by refusing to surrender your soul. You stood when others bowed to comfort. You stayed pure when compromise offered shortcuts. You prayed when silence mocked you. Every act of obedience built another jewel into this unseen crown. And now, as heaven lifts it above your head, the spiritual realm falls silent in reverence. You are not crowned because you never fell. You are crowned because you kept getting back up. Every failure that made you kneel became the soil where humility grew. Every heartbreak widened your capacity for compassion. Heaven never needed you flawless. It needed you faithful. Chosen one. This crowning is not merely symbolic, it carries authority. When God crowns, He commissions. The same trials that once made you weep have now become your mantle. You carry wisdom born from warfare, peace born from pain, and discernment born from disappointment. Where others see chaos, you now perceive patterns. Where others see endings, you recognize beginnings. This crown is not meant to rest lightly, it has weight, and with it comes responsibility. To wear it is to serve differently. You will speak and people will listen, not because your voice is loud, but because your scars have earned their trust. You will enter rooms where your silence says more than your words ever could. The glory resting on you is not meant to draw attention, it's meant to draw souls. You are not a monument, you are a mirror reflecting the mercy that raised you. This is not fame, it's fulfillment. The purpose that once felt distant now breathes within you, moving your steps, steadying your heart. And though heaven crowns you, remain low in spirit. Keep your knees close to the ground, your hands open, your heart teachable. Glory without humility decays into pride, but humility keeps glory fresh. Remember, the same God who lifted you can always entrust you with more when he finds gratitude, not vanity, in your spirit. Chosen one, wear your crown quietly. Let its light do the speaking. You are proof that endurance outshines envy, that grace outlasts gossip, that heaven's timing never fails. You have been tested, refined, and now rewarded not for striving, but for staying. The waiting was not wasted, it was weaving your crown. This is your coronation in the Spirit, the moment where glory meets grace, and destiny meets discipline. Walk with dignity, for heaven calls you crowned. Chosen one, the air around you is trembling. Can you feel it? Something vast is moving in the unseen. The earth groans, nations shake, systems crumble, and the proud are brought low. Yet, in the midst of this divine turbulence, heaven is not panicking. Heaven is positioning. The shaking you sense is not chaos, it is calibration. The Spirit is realigning the world to make room for God's chosen. For so long, darkness has masqueraded as strength. Voices that mocked the sacred have sat on thrones, and truth has been traded for spectacle. But God is stirring the foundations. What was built without righteousness cannot stand. Every empire rooted in pride is being dismantled. Every structure that exalted ego over compassion is being overturned. This is not the end. This is the beginning of renewal. The prophet Haggai wrote, chapter 2, verse 7, I will shake all nations, and what is desired by all nations will come, and I will fill this house with glory, says the Lord Almighty. That shaking is not meant to destroy the world, it is meant to awaken it. What trembles now will make room for truth. The shaking separates imitation from authenticity, noise from message, performance from purpose. Those who built their worth on applause will crumble, but those who built on presence will rise. Chosen one, you are part of this great turning. The shaking is not against you, it's for you. It is clearing paths, revealing hearts, and positioning your purpose in the light of destiny. You are not a spectator, you are a carrier of the new sound that heaven is releasing. You've walked through silence so you could speak with purity. You've endured obscurity so your light would not blind, but guide. But hear this: when the world trembles, people look for something steady. You have become that stillness, that flame that does not flicker. Your endurance is the evidence that God still anchors his people in the storm. Your story will remind others that faith was never meant to be safe, it was meant to be steadfast. When the shaking grows louder, do not hide. Stand firm. Your peace will preach louder than any sermon. Your calm will reveal that heaven still rules over chaos. And your love, even for the broken world, will reveal the mark of the divine. And now, if this word breathes life into you, if you can feel the truth of it humming in your chest, let that recognition guide you not as command, but as communion. If your heart stirs with gratitude, touch the heart below, not as a button, but as a symbol, like placing your hand upon a sacred stone, saying silently, I stand with the light. If you sense that this truth should not end with you, Share it not to gain attention, but to plant hope where despair once lived. Each share is a seed cast into another soul's soil, an echo of grace continuing through you. And if you wish to remain near this stream of words, to walk alongside messages born of fire and mercy, subscribe, not as duty, but as devotion. Think of it as leaving a lamp lit in your window, so that when heaven speaks again, the light will find you easily. Finally, let your agreement flow like water. Write softly below, I stand in the shaking. These 4 words are not rebellion, they are reverence. They mean, I trust the tremor that births the new world. Chosen one, hold your ground. The shaking will not break you, it will reveal you. For those anchored in light, even earthquakes become rhythm. Chosen one, after the shaking comes the stillness. It is not the quiet of absence, but the calm of alignment. Heaven has finished its rearranging, and the favor of the King returns like sunrise spilling over a healed horizon. The same winds that once tore through your life now carry fragrance instead of debris. You are standing in the dawn of restoration. For so long, you walked through seasons that seemed barren. Doors closed before you could knock. Opportunities dissolved the moment you reached for them. You mistook delay for denial, not realizing heaven was weaving timing so precise that any earlier blessing would have broken you. But now the appointed hour arrives. Everything withheld begins to return, not as compensation, but as covenant fulfillment. The Apostle Paul wrote in the letter to the Galatians, chapter 6, verse 9, Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. This is that proper time. The field of your faith is ready, its soil heavy with unseen growth. You are about to see fruit where only tears once watered the ground. The work you thought was ignored was quietly germinating. And heaven has decided it is time to reveal what persistence has produced. Doors are opening now, not randomly, but righteously. Some will open so smoothly that you'll realize they were always meant for you. Others will open in unexpected places, proving that divine favor doesn't need permission from human approval. This is not coincidence, it is orchestration. Every step, every setback, every sigh was positioning you for this release. Chosen one. When heaven remembers, it does not return what was lost in fragments. It returns, it refined. Relationships, callings, even resources will come back transformed, aligned with the new strength inside you. What left your life in chaos will re-enter in peace. What once hurt to hold will now heal to touch. You have crossed from striving into flowing. The weight on your shoulders lifts because favor carries what toil could not. You no longer chase what is yours, it begins to find you. The fragrance of obedience draws blessings like bees to bloom. You do not need to force anything, just stay in the posture of gratitude, and heaven's current will do the rest. This return of favor is not about material gain alone, it's about authority restored. You will speak and see movement. You will walk into rooms that used to intimidate you and feel at home. Not because the rooms changed, but because your presence did. You no longer enter as the rejected, you enter as the redeemed. Do not rush this season. Favor requires stewardship. Every open door carries responsibility. Every blessing demands wisdom. Remember the humility that kept you through hardship. It is the same key that will sustain you in abundance. Pride forfeits what patience prepared. Stay grounded, and your fruit will remain. Chosen one, you are being reintroduced to the world, not as who you were, but as who you became while no one was watching. Heaven's favor is the garment you now wear. It fits because it was tailored in trial. You were never forgotten, you were being fitted. Walk softly into this season, with thankfulness as your rhythm and peace as your pace. You will not need to announce your return, the light around you will do it for you. Favor speaks a language louder than explanation. This is the return of the King's favor, quiet, steady, undeniable. It does not roar, it radiates. And as it rests upon you, the world will know the waiting was worth it. The refining was not in vain, and the chosen has been remembered. Chosen one, the story reaches its final turning. The full circle of divine order completing itself around you. What began in tears now ends in triumph. The same voices that once questioned your calling have fallen silent, not through your argument, but through God's undeniable evidence. Heaven has executed its judgment not with violence, but with vindication. The hands that reached to destroy you have been restrained, and the very breath that once cursed your name now carries your testimony. This is the final seal, the moment when heaven's decree is finished and the pages of this chapter close. What remains is peace, a peace not fragile but fierce, the kind that stands guard over everything you've regained. The dust of battle is settling, and the crown you wear no longer feels heavy. The war that shaped you has finally released you. As the prophet Moses recorded in the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 13, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. You will never see them again, the shadows that haunted your mind, the chains that choked your purpose, the faces of those who sought your fall. They will linger only as faint memories, unable to touch the new realm you've entered. What pursued you in the wilderness cannot follow you into promise. You have been transformed by fire into one who cannot be bound by fear. The things that used to break you now bow before your resilience. Every scar gleams as a medal of mercy. Every wound that bled now glows where light escapes. You are no longer defined by survival, you are defined by sovereignty. You rule over what once ruled you. Chosen one. The world will not understand this calm around you. They will call it luck, timing, or charm, but you know the truth. It is not luck, it is legacy. Not timing, but testimony. This peace you wear is not cheap. It was forged in the furnace of surrender. Do not look for vengeance. It has already been handled. Do not seek validation. Heaven has already spoken your worth. The judgment that came upon those who despised you is not your victory dance. It is God's signature, sealing the truth that you belong to Him. Now the path before you widens, no longer narrow and thorned, but paved with purpose. You walk lighter, freer, and more aware of the sacred weight you carry. Every step echoes authority. Every breath carries restoration. You are no longer running from anything. You are walking toward everything heaven promised. The light that surrounds you is not loud, it's steady. Like dawn that refuses to fade, you are the evidence that grace wins, that faith outlasts storms, and that every divine delay holds hidden acceleration. Where others see an ending, heaven sees enthronement. Chosen one, live gently in your victory. Speak kindly to the world that once wounded you. Remember, your triumph is not just for you, it's for every weary soul who still wonders if God remembers. Your life is now a living prophecy, proof that what tries to break the chosen only polishes them. The judgment is finished. The story is sealed. You stand on holy ground, breathing air that once seemed unreachable. The heavens have spoken, and their echo fills the earth. The chosen one has endured, and the glory belongs to God. Chosen one. Take a moment now and breathe. You've walked through every shadow, every silence, every storm this message carried, and you've arrived here. Still standing, still shining. That alone is holy. Heaven has watched you travel through words like fire, purging, healing, awakening. And now the Spirit whispers softly, rest, you made it. The journey does not end here, it transforms here. What began as pain has become purpose. Every paragraph was not just story, it was prophecy, breathing through time to find you. If the message touched something hidden inside, if it stirred the quiet parts of your faith, then let that feeling anchor you for a moment. And when you're ready, let your heart move gently toward gratitude. Touch the heart below, not as a habit, but as a blessing offered back to heaven, like lighting a candle in a cathedral and leaving it burning for others who are still searching for hope. If something within you says, this should travel further, then share it. Let the words become wings. You never know who waits in the dark, needing the same reminder that found you tonight. When you share, you're not spreading content, you're releasing comfort. And if your spirit wishes to stay near this river of revelation, subscribe not as routine, but as covenant. Think of it as keeping the lamp in your window lit, so that when new light breaks, it knows where to return. Finally, before you leave this space, write softly below, I receive it. Just 3 words, but they carry weight in heaven. It's not performance, it's permission. It tells the universe, the message found me, and I choose to live it. You are the proof that chosen ones never fall, they rise, and your rising has only just begun.